What's up, man? I'm Bobby Plank. And we're going to talk about some barbecue.
Carl, where the hell am I?
You are in the Dukes of Hazzard.
We're representing the lollipops.
Wait, what did he say?
We're representing the lollipops.
Who is that guy?
That's Gary.
What's up, Gary?
What's up, brother? How are you? So good to see you and meet you. It's good to put a face with that name.
Oh, really? Finally?
I feel like, now you're not at all what I thought you'd look like. We ain't gonna go into that.
Tell me what you thought I looked like.
Oh, I figured. See, I was looking for you to be freckle-faced and red-headed like Opie Cunningham, on Andy and Mayberry and Happy Days. I figured you're going to be like Opie Cunningham, be freckle-faced, but you ain't. You actually got some whiskers.
I actually...
Gary, I'll help you out. I'll help you out with a little modern culture.
Okay.
Yes or no, he looks like Ellen DeGeneres.
What the? Making me take my hat off.
I say no. Much better looking to me. And look, there's not something wrong with that, but he is a lot better to me, better looking than, I'm.
Fella.
Your Ellen DeGeneres line didn't work.
Well, I forgot that I'm in the South. You're favored down there.
I feel so stupid that I shaved my beard a week ago. I could have really used the beard at this event.
You would have looked better with a beard. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. They would have never known.
Hold on. This is Dave. We only have one mic, so I gotta like pass it around. Dave from Ubon.
Yo, yeah. So they would have never known he wasn't from the South if he had just had a beard.
And look, I hate to do this to you. I really do, because we're in your town. But even if I wasn't, I'd have to correct you. It's Ubons, not Ubons. That sounds that ain't right. It's Ubons.
That sounded too northern, didn't it? Ubons. Ubons. Ubon. Oh my God, I'm in trouble already, Carl.
The minute Opie got here, the first person I introduced him to was Tank, one of the best pig farmers in the country. And I go, "This is Tank. Tank, meet Opie." Opie goes, "Hi, Hank."
Hey, did he say, "Hey man, how y'all doing?"
He was not happy. I just couldn't hear. And I told him my uncle's name, he's no longer with us. He was Hank, and he was an elevator fucking guy. He was in the union. He was a tough guy.
He kept trying to fix it. You're like, because Hank is a good name. He goes, "Who the hell's this guy you brought around here?" I go, "That's the Opester."
And that guy raises pigs, all sorts of pigs, right, Carl?
Delicious. I had one of his lard hogs. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. These guys know more about barbecue than, most people, especially up here in New York. They read a couple blogs, they watch 3 YouTube videos, and then they're an expert. Yeah. I mean, these are 6 generations at Ubons in Mississippi. There's 2 things in Mississippi: a jail and Ubons. And it's
Wait, what did he say?
He says, "I spent a lot of time in both."
And who's that?
That's the barbecue ninja. He's the man.
Yeah, man. It's I'm one of the new people on Ubons. I've been here 21 years, and I've got a couple of them just accepting me in the fold. They just figure he's like a ward. His ass isn't going anywhere, so we're just gonna, just accept the fact that he's there, and here I am. I'm not going anywhere.
So you've been at it 21 years. When will you officially be accepted? How many more years you think?
I'm holding out for at least 5 more years. Yeah, and then I think at least I'll be vested. I can retire and be all right. Then 25 years.
Yeah, but I got to tell you about Craig now, the ninja. Since I became a member of the Watery-Eyed Old Farts Club, I don't do much, and they take up the slack. Les and him, and they know what to do. They've been doing it around so long, but it's so hard on an old man to have to sit back and watch the youngsters do it. But now that right there, the best boss in the world. She'll tell anybody what to do.
Who's she?
She's the barbecue princess. What? Were you in a coma?
I'm trying to learn.
You know where you are?
You introduced me to like 25.
Big Apple BBQ. We're not an American Girl doll reunion. This is a barbecue.
You introduced me to 25 rednecks in 2 minutes. I'm trying to figure it all out now.
Just say yes, sir, and thank you, and then you'll be fine.
That's all you have to know. That's it. Yeah. How you're doing? Hey, can we get y'all something to drink? I mean, y'all need like a beer. Okay, so he's good. You've got so good.
He likes a fruity drink. I was incognito, but I don't know if the mic picked that up, but he rolled in and said, I heard he likes a fruity drink.
Bad news travels fast in Mississippi.
What I want to know is it true?
I think by the looks of his face, it's very true.
I mean, he drinks stuff that you need to wear garter belts with.
Come on. Gary, you like a good like grapefruit beer or a fruity drink, don't you, Gary? Come on, help me out.
What? What'd you say?
He said grapefruit beer.
Now, I do like some grapefruit with some of that vodka in it. Now, I do like that. But that's about as fruity as I'm going to get.
Hold on, tomatoes are fruit.
Wait a minute. You're right. Tomato. It is a fruit, isn't it?
It is a fruit.
Hell, we call it a vegetable where I come from.
Well, whatever you.
But, wait a minute. Gravy is actually my favorite vegetable. I like gravy. Gravy is actually my favorite vegetable.
Especially when you put it on French fries.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta tell you, the U-Bond Bloody Mary mix is amazing, though, Dave.
Thank you, bro. We that's Gary and Leslie. That's it's a 4th generation recipe. We've been doing it as a family. The U-Bonds is known for hospitality, and for a long time, people would come up wherever we were and be like, "Hey, give me a Bloody Mary. Hey, give me a Bloody Mary. Hey, give me a Bloody Mary." So we figured, hell, fuck, start charging them for it, right? Like,
Yeah, Carl used to bring it by the station before we got fired, but I brought.
yeah, fuck Roland.
Wait a second. Let me be clear. You got fired. I'm Latino. We quit before that comes around a corner.
Y'all laugh your goddamn heads off.
We're quitters. Don't get me involved.
And Carl said that as you took a pull off your fruity drink. So
I'm gonna have to fight my way out of here, right? I'm gonna have to fight my way out of here.
Wait, let me tell you something about U-Bonds. But I'm a chef that likes to hate things, right? I hate things until you change my mind. I knew about U-Bond's Bloody Mary mix before I knew the U-Bond family. And it's almost like they're in that bottle. They're the nicest. I showed up here not knowing anybody. And pitmasters are a tough group. Like, oh, I'm a New Yorker. And they're like, yeah, what's up, chef asshole? They don't. Like, for the first year I was here, it's like every question was like, why you make the food so small? Everything you make is so small. I'm always hungry here in New York, right? So, but Gary and Ninja, Barbecue Princess, and Dave, they didn't even blink an eye. They said, come up, have a Bloody Mary. You're one of us, and I'll they'll be my friends forever. I'm still talking to them. We're in the South now. Have some manners, okay?
I just wanted to say, as they beat the shit out of me, I feel like I've known these guys for like 10 years. I just met them.
Oh, yeah, and they'll talk to you like they've known you for 10 years. You getting fat. Carl, look at the titties on you. They talk about you like they've known you since you were 2.
I'm noticing those titties, by the way. I thought of a great shirt, Carl, and I think you need to be my spokesmodel. It's called Body by Biscuit. And, you're hired. Spokesmodel for the T-shirt? That's it, man. You would be perfect for it. Yeah. But I think what y'all are describing there is something that we have, and it's just called being real. And that's what we do, and that's what we bring. It's like this block party. You look behind me, we got 70, 80 people back here. It's because they want to go here. They want to come here and be a part of us and be a part of something that's real. And and that's what we bring. That's what we bring to the table. Yeah, and
yeah, this is a hell of a party. Now you got to explain what the Big Apple BBQ thing is all about. I don't even know the basics of this thing.
Why don't you let someone that actually does something here explain it? Leslie?
Yeah.
Get in there.
I was wondering if y'all were going to let me in your boys' club.
Well, Opie doesn't like women.
Oh, well, hey. Yeah, but he likes fruity drinks.
he's womanish, but he doesn't like women, man.
He wants to be the only girl in town. Boy, tough crowd. It's tough, I know. Initiation by fire. He's never been here. All of a sudden, he shows up. We have to kick the kids out. Give the kid the Opie's chair. I mean, it's a nightmare.
I'm waiting for the deliverance music to start up.
Oh, it's playing. You just don't hear it because it's about you.
There's a little trick we have. Yeah, so 16 years ago, this festival was created. It was just a few barbecue restaurants on 27th Street over close to Blue Smoke, and it was just set up to kind of get the neighborhood involved in the local barbecue joint. And it's grown over the last 16 years to, there's probably, 15 pit masters from all over the country representing every kind of barbecue that's out there, and it's open to the public, and it's just a great chance for us to interact with with people on the street and let them. Let's face it, nobody's coming to Yazoo City, Mississippi unless they're going to prison. That's just how it is. It's just our truth. We have great tourism. I mean, people visit their kids. Yeah. I mean, tourism, right? So we so if you're not going to come to Yazoo City, I can come to you and I can bring you what you to eat, at my restaurant, at my joint.
Speaking of that, the general announcement is there will be Terrence's fried chicken in 10 minutes. They just put it in the grease fresh for us.
Well, explain that for the newbies out there.
I mean, T is which you can follow him on Instagram at Frymaster T. But it's a Friday night tradition. Wherever we go, Terrence does his fried chicken, and I tell you what, it'll change your life. You go into that fried chicken thinking, oh, it's just going to be any kind of fried chicken. Then you bite it and you tear up and you start crying and you just, right. And then you like, I'm going to go home and slap your mama because you can't fry chicken like T. But it's a tradition of ours. And that's all these teams come over here and they partake in this fried chicken with us. It's a part of our fellowship. It's what it is. We give a part of us to these people, and they want to come here and hang out with us.
What makes it so good? Or you can't really say.
Give me the goddamn mic. Let me tell you about fried chicken. Fried chicken, it's not what's in it, it's what's not in it, right? Fried chicken's all about timing. Like, I remember I sat next to T, and I'm waiting to see this crazy recipe. And I'm like, all right, so what do you do now? He goes, I'll take the chicken out of the package. I'm like, okay. And then what do you do? He goes, I'll put it in the flour. I'm like, okay. He goes, and then, chef, I put it in the fryer. It's all about timing. Look at this chicken. Is this chicken? Well, look at this, Opie.
That's probably hot, y'all. Be careful.
It's hot.
Wow, this looks really good. Hold on, Gary. Let me get you on mic.
It's such a good aroma. I mean, when I walked up a while ago, I can smell fried chicken. I can smell the fried chicken.
So the thing with this fried chicken is, last year we were here and I looked at Carl and I said, my cousin is frying the chicken, right? And Carl goes, that's not your cousin. And I go, no, yeah, Terrence is my cousin. And Carl yells over, he goes, yo, T, is that your cousin? And he looks back at him and goes, yeah, that's my cousin, right? I'm a 6'1" fat Jew from Short Hills, New Jersey, and Terrence is a dreadlocked black man from Chicago, Illinois. Why can't we be family, Carl? What's up?
There's a host of reasons why, but for the sake of this podcast, you guys are family. But, I mean, Dave is so white, he looks like a security guard at Walmart.
Wait, he's from Short Hills?
Yes.
I didn't know you were local.
There's always someone from New Jersey ruining everything. We export cancer and litigation. That's what we do in New Jersey.
My attorney, when we were going into business together, Dave and I sent a copy of the contract to my attorney, and he's a redneck dude from the Mississippi Delta. He lives across the street from Craig. He's like real live redneck lawyer, and he said
in Yazoo, everyone lives across the street from Craig.
Yeah, there's only like 10 of us. He said, baby girl, the smartest thing a Southern girl can do is go into business with a New York City Jew. Good. Sign it today.
He's smart.
Go ahead, Poppy.
I have to say, though, several years ago we met David and Adam. I think it was just David. But we met them in New York. Now, Southern folks come to New York, they have a lot of different things they might expect from New York. we've never met anything but good people. I met one asshole up here, and I called him down, and the crowd around him applauded. But we met just by chance. We became acquaintances, and then friends, and then family, and then we became business partners only after that.
Okay, there's a little bit of bullshit there, though, because there's a little bit of bullshit there, because the way we really met was I was just a fat kid with a pulled pork sandwich, and I was eating my sandwich, and I looked up at the trailer, and Alan Campbell, who's here this year, was up there in the trailer, and I look up at him and I go, this is the best sandwich I've had all day. And Alan looks down at me and goes, what are you, local? You're eating it all wrong. How do you eat a pulled pork sandwich wrong? He goes, you got to put your coleslaw on top of the meat, then put your sauce on it, squeeze it together, and jam it in your head. And I was like, okay. Alan's a big guy, right? Like, you know, I'm a big guy, Alan's a big guy, right? And I'm like, okay, he must know what he's talking about, right? So I do it the right way, and yeah, it changed my life forever. And like a stray cat, if you feed me, I don't leave.
There's T right here. T, get in here. T, you got the Chief Honky trying your chicken right now.
Chief Honky?
Look at it.
No, he means me.
Hey, no.
Come on, man. You can't say that to a black guy. You can't say that to a black guy, Carl. Come on.
What do you think, Opie?
Oh, my God. That is damn good.
Huh? You're not going to tell A&B, are you?
Huh?
You're not going to tell A&B, are you?
Wow.
Isn't that
Good
something?
deal.
That's awesome.
Good deal.
It's called fried chicken, Opie.
I get it, Carl.
So right now you're eating that skin off the top of that piece of fried chicken. That's a Mississippi Delta engagement ring. You give that to somebody, they're yours forever.
And let me tell you, on a broader note, why I like barbecue from Mississippi. I think, I mean, this is probably the wrong place to say this, but I think sometimes you get barbecue fatigue. Like if you go to a restaurant, a lot of traditional barbecue restaurants, all you're going to get is beans and some collard greens and on the side, right? But in Mississippi, you have the barbecue, and then you have all this other stuff from the Delta that's unbelievable. Probably the only state that knows how to make rice, which is, it's the fucking craziest thing. Yeah, like if they be like, oh, what should I get in Mississippi? I'm like, a bulletproof vest and rice. I mean, I think and the way they fry fish and the way they go about all the sides and the flavors just have soul. It's barbecue, it's soul. You know, a lot of times you're in, I mean, I have a lot of friends, a lot of places, so I got to be careful, but I'm just saying, I get fatigue. But the thing is in Mississippi, there's just a whole nother layer. You know, it's like the jazz music of barbecue. It just has that soul.
How did somebody from this part of the country gain that much Southern savvy is what I wanted to know. Because that's wisdom right there, brother.
Call bullshit, pal.
No, it was... When he washed up down in Miami on the shores after he swam over, he had to move all the way up the East Coast through the South.
Oh, remember, Gary, Cuba's more south than Mississippi. I'm the true South. We swim to your South.
Sound like a plan.
Bro, this chicken is amazing.
It's that good, right?
It's amazing.
It's the best I've ever had.
Give you a lot of love and a lot of bullshit. As you see, we're hanging out with Carl, so good deal. That's what it's all about. It's all about the love. As a couple of my friends will say, that'll change your life. Actually, I've saved a life, I've heard.
Saved my life.
That's what we do. We save lives. That's going to be our new U-Bond slogan. Fried chicken saving lives.
Hold on, we're coming right back to the Big Apple BBQ. Lots of amazing guests throughout this special live event. And of course, Chef Carl will introduce us to some real redneck. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, with that old Southern charm. We're having a few issues with Opie's new recording device, but hang in there with us for this segment, and everything else comes together quite nicely. Thank God for smartphones. Opie Radio.
All right, Carl, we're still here. My stupid podcast equipment just crapped out, and we got Gary. He wants to tell one more story.
Well, this is a story about a speech-impaired midget, okay? He won the lottery, and he decided that he wanted to have him a racehorse. So he took the lottery money, and he bought him a new Cadillac, got a bumper hitch on it, bought him a new horse trailer, and he started touring around Texas. And he came to this spot that had big old white fence around it and big old long driveway. So he turned up in there and he went and knocked on the door, and this big old cowboy come out with that Stetson hat, and he said, "Mister, I would like to buy a race horse." He said, "Well, I got something I'll show you." Man, that Texan went and got a filly, brought her out. He said,
Tell me what a filly is.
"Oh, that's a female horse."
Yeah.
And said, "Man, she is so pretty. I love her. She's so pretty." He said, "Can I see her? Can I see her teeth?" Well, that Texan was kind of pissed off, and he just reached and grabbed him and stuck him up and let him open that mouth. Said, "Yes, sir. She's healthy. She got some pretty teeth." Set him back down. He said, Can I pat her on the mane?" He said, "Yeah." Now that's that hair that comes off the neck. He said, "Yeah." And he picked him up and he petted him on the mane. He said, "Well, mister, can I see her twat?" Well, he got old Texan that got pissed, and he picked him up and stuck him up under that tail and just rubbed his face in it. And he said, he set him down. He said, "Maybe I should have said, let me see her one around a little bit." Oh my God!
That's perfect.
Bravo! Gary from U-Bonds. Oh my God!
Isn't he the best?
That's how you tell a story.
That's
how you tell a story right there. Yeah, it's unbelievable.
I got a Southern joke. They told me this one in Arkansas. There's 3 guys on a plane, and they're flying down to God knows where. And the first guy goes, "My name is Hank. I got a ranch in Texas with 20,000 steers. My ranch is called Big Hank's." The other 2 people in the row look at him and said, "That's nice, Hank. It's really nice." The second guy goes, "My name is John. I got a ranch in Texas, and it has 200,000 steer. I call my ranch Big John's." The third guy's like, "Wow, that's incredible, guys. That's really nice." So then both Texans look at this one little guy and they said, "What's the name of your ranch?" He says, I don't really call it a ranch, but I guess you can call it a ranch." He goes, "Well, how many steers do you have?" He goes, "None." "Well, where are you from?" "I'm Jewish." He says, "Well, what do you call the ranch?" He goes, "Downtown Manhattan."
Oh, I like that. Oh my God, this is a blast.
Ain't these great people?
This
These
is
are
awesome.
Opie, this is what in New York what we call real people.
Right. Oh, we don't get people anywhere's like this in
People
New York
here.
City. People in New York City stink.
Oh no, I met some great people up here.
They're not from here.
Where are you from, boy? "Oh, I'm from Arkansas." "What the hell are you doing in Manhattan?"
Making believe.
No, the people that say hi to you are usually the tourists in New York City.
Yeah,
For real, most New Yorkers will not look at you, will not talk to you, will not tell a story like that, Gary.
You know that the part of the country I come from, we open doors for the ladies, whether it be the truck door or the barn door or the front door of the house. We open doors for ladies. And if you do that up here, they think, "What the hell do you want? You know, what are you after?" But we still do it.
It's
All right.
so funny. Like I
thought there was going to be a joke there.
No, Jesus, he opens doors, Opie.
Yeah, I got it.
What?
I was waiting for the punchline. And now Carl's mad at me. I'm like, here comes another punchline.
Everything doesn't have a punchline, you know.
Oh, it does. Opie Radio does.
You're so awesome. This is so much fun.
She said that in a bad way. Oh, she wanted to pet me on the head.
I saw her texting her friends back in Missouri. She's like, "I met Ellen."
This is the most fun you can have with your clothes on. I mean, come on. Geez. We're doing this on the streets of New York. I mean, I'm a redneck from the Mississippi Delta on Madison Avenue cooking barbecue. If that is not as surreal as you can get, I don't know what is.
And we didn't bring the guitar, or more, we'd have been singing some redneck stuff you wouldn't believe.
That wagon wheel going on right now, you know.
We would like to feature your favorite Jew, Merle Haggard.
Can I ask one dumb question? I want to ask about roadkill. There's a rumor that people in the South will pick up the roadkill and cook it.
What year are you from, bro?
I said it was one dumb question.
No, in the South.
Oh my God, they're giving me bad looks. Is that bad?
Edith's from Dukes of Hazzard?
Gary, help me out.
Well, we only do roadkill if we see somebody run over it, we know it's real fresh.
Opie, you've been watching too much TV, man. I mean, you know, come on.
Let me. And as far as roadkill, South is better than the North, and I'll tell you why. I was in Brooklyn, and my friend brought his uncle from Italy, in Brooklyn, you have like this little backyard. It's like, you know, look at a little grass patch. So we had all these pigeons sitting there. So I go to the house, and they brought, oh, come over, the uncle's cooking pasta. So I go, and I'm eating the pasta. I'm like, it's a little gamey. What'd you make the bolognese of? The Italian guy goes in Italian, he goes, facciare. I go, the fucking pigeons? The whole family's like, this guy stood outside all day and killed pigeons to make dinner for the family. There is no redneck like a Sicilian. Let me tell you something.
I resemble that remark. Hey, I'm half Italian from the waist down. I mean, come on.
And this boy, he will eat some weird stuff now.
Yeah. Wait, what will he eat?
Ninja, just because he was conceived at the Olive Garden parking lot doesn't make him Italian.
Bathroom. Come on, we made it inside. We were sanitary when we did that. When that happened.
Ninja, what's the weirdest thing you ever ate?
Man, the weirdest thing I ever ate.
Food, not people.
Well, it's probably, they call it's buffalo balls. Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Hey, look
I
who's
was out
here.
in Nebraska.
Miriam from the Salt
We
Lake.
have, we got Miriam here. Come on, Miriam, come have a seat.
Here's our friend Miriam. She's one of the pitmasters with the Salt Lick out of Austin, Texas. She's a big deal. You're a big deal, Miriam.
The longest running open pit barbecue restaurant in America.
Say hi.
Hi.
She's like, what did I get myself into?
She's a hi, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Hi.
Hey.
Congratulations, Miriam.
Thank you so much. I'm so fortunate to be amongst the best of the best.
Ain't that true? Yeah, and you know, I'm excited for you to be here because lots of folks don't think that there are a lot of females in barbecue, and that's not true. You're one of the best ones I know.
We are a force to be reckoned with.
Exactly.
You put a woman with a live fire, heat, special, boom.
Done. Yeah, done.
We did smoke in Austin, Texas, and we went to eat with him one night. And Miriam asked me, she said, "Dude, you want to take the wine tour?" And I said, "Well, hell yeah. You know, old country boy wants to take a wine tour." And she took me over to the winery and let me taste several different things. And the old country boy in me said, you're not supposed to drink wine and then spit it out. I mean, Mama taught me different than that. So I drank 5 glasses of wine, and she got me plumb snockered before I went back to even eat dinner. But it was good. She's got a barbecue red that is really good.
Yeah, but we had to be on TV the next morning. Me and Dad, we were like a team. We did this competition, and he woke up, and I could look at him and tell, man, he's not feeling so good. And he kept telling me, I think I'm having one of my headaches. But it turns out one of his headaches was due to most of 3 bottles of wine in 10 minutes.
They were big glasses.
They were big glasses, yeah.
There you go. They were big glasses.
I gotta say, I'm embarrassed because you have a world champion here, and you're making her talk into your phone.
Well, what are we gonna do?
You're thinking about the shit.
Our podcast equipment crapped out. Gary, why don't you take us out?
Guys, I've just got to say that, Opie, I've met Carl before, but man, New York people just keep getting better.
Thank you, Gary. Dave.
Yo, everybody out there, we love you very much. Your questions are going to go tomorrow. And in case you don't know, Carl's the funniest chef in America. And if you don't think that's true, you're stupid.
Damn.
I'm just gonna agree.
Yeah, go buy U-Bonds. Go buy U-Bonds, yes. Joey, take it away.
I happen to agree with that gentleman, by the way. And that ends the horrific phone recording portion of our show. Right now, Opie, Chef Carl, and a gang of people from way across the Mason-Dixon line will be partying into the early morning. And when we return, it'll be a new day. And with everything you're about to hear, you'll swear you were there. You can even lie to your friends and tell them you were drinking with Opie and Carl well into the night. Go ahead. It's not like those two would remember.